Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Tom.
Hey, it's our TOEIC unit, and this is day 2. So let's kind of review day 1 for you before we start in on day 2. We're talking about the importance of regular health checkups. A health checkup at a company is part of a benefits package. Maybe they offer you health insurance, dental insurance. Sometimes that health insurance can include dental insurance or not. Some companies don't offer that. But some companies offer very generous packages. My last job in New York was awesome. I couldn't believe the benefits package. And then I realized why people work so hard. You never had time to do anything else. So take that into your equation as you decide whether to sign up with a company. So the problem with this particular company we're talking about is they had a health checkup that was offered to employees under the age of 40, but it wasn't very regular. It was only once every 5 years. So they did a survey at the company. They conducted a survey. They found out from the employees that they weren't happy. They'd like something that was a little bit more regular, maybe once a year, once every 2 years. We're going to find out what the result of that particular meeting among the Human Resource Department, how that result turned out right now.
Yep, so Fatima had this meeting and then she talked to the CEO and now she's writing a letter to the employees. And here's that letter right now. Let's listen carefully.
Dear employees, I have some good news to share. Our CEO has decided to upgrade our health benefits package. Therefore, beginning immediately, we will be offering free annual health checkups for all employees, instead of checkups once every 5 years. Health checkups are important because they can identify physical and mental issues at an early stage, which allows them to be fixed before they become serious. Health checkups also provide feedback that can help you reduce stress and improve your overall fitness. In turn, this can give you more energy and help you achieve peace of mind, so you can be more successful both at work and at home. To make this process as simple and efficient as possible, we will be bringing a team of doctors to our office to conduct a series of tests. Date: March 25th, 2022. Time: 9 a.m. Place: main office. Here are a few instructions to keep in mind before you get your checkup. Do's: do get a good night's sleep, as it will reduce stress and keep your blood pressure stable. Do wear comfortable clothing. Don'ts: don't drink too much water on the morning of the checkup. Don't drink alcohol or coffee the evening before. Don't eat for 8 hours before your checkup. Don't wear perfume or use skin cream before or during the checkup. Don't exercise too hard before the checkup, as it can raise your heart rate. We sincerely hope that everyone will take advantage of this opportunity to monitor and protect their health. Kind regards, Fatima Alvarez, Director of Human Resources.
Okay, everybody, it's time for us to discuss the contents of today's lesson. It's all about free health checkups for everyone in the company. Isn't that good news? So if you're working for this company, you can probably consider staying at the company when you were considering quitting at the end of next year. Quit after, of course, you get your year-end bonus, and then quit in January or February or something like that. But now you think, hey, this actually turned out to be a good company, and I'm going to stay. Now remember, this is in the form of a letter from the manager here, and her name, of course, is Fatima Alvarez.
She's a director.
Yeah, she's the director of human resources in the company. So here's her letter, and here's how it goes. Dear employees, I have some good news to share. Our CEO has decided to upgrade our health benefits package. So again, this is a letter. It's maybe sent out in printed form or as an email inside the company. But either way, the employees are getting this letter, and she has some good news to share with the employees. And here she comes right to the point. She says, our CEO, our Chief Executive Officer, has decided to upgrade our health benefits package. So to upgrade, of course, means to improve something. You might get an upgrade on your computer, for example, maybe get a faster hard drive or something like that, or more memory or whatever. That would be an upgrade. And of course, the upgrade is regarding their health benefits package. The benefits package, of course, is what you get when you work for a company in addition to the salary, okay? You might get paid vacation. You might get, 2 weeks off every year. You get health benefits, dental care, and stuff like that. So those are the benefits. And usually we express this with the term benefits package. They're all together.
Right, and always say benefits. Never just say benefit package. It's always plural, benefits package. Oh, what kind of benefits were you offered? What was your benefits package like there? Were you happy with it? Well, here's the good news. Beginning immediately, we will be offering free annual health checkups for all employees. So we're looking at the date here. I think we have the same date on her memo, which is March 25th. So in 2022, starting in March, and on that date, starting on March 25th, they're going to have annual health checkups offered for everyone, which is really great. That's a lot more money this company is willing to shell out or to fork out, as Tom used in day one. To fork out money just means you have to pay a lot of money for something. To shell out, again, it's just another kind of informal way to say pay. Yeah, I shelled out a lot of money for this new car. Shell out. Shell like the shell that you find on the beach. It's spelled the same. It just means something different. Now, moving on to the second paragraph, health checkups are important. I think we talked about this in day one, and here it's re-emphasized because they can identify physical and mental issues at an early stage. That's the most important thing about a checkup, right? You don't wait until the problem becomes so serious. For example, a tooth becomes so serious that they have to just pull it out. If you catch that pain early or go to the dentist every year or every 6 months, as we're supposed to, you might be able to save that tooth from getting pulled out. We need our teeth. So if you identify something, this is a vocab word for us. It just means you figure out or you put your finger on something that's causing a problem. You recognize it. You can distinguish it from other things. You can tell that it's causing something, or you can just name what the problem is. So they can identify or name some sort of physical issue you might have or mental issue you might have. And if it's caught at an early stage, you can work on fixing it much faster, and you probably have a better chance of becoming just well again and whole again.
Exactly. So, of course, some types of cancer cannot be detected until they're late stage, or at least you don't know you have it until it's a problem and then it's too late. Like liver cancer, for example, I believe you don't have any symptoms until it's too late. So, yes, indeed, you can check for that at an annual checkup. And then mental issues might be burnout, on the job or something like that. But if nobody knows you're under mental stress and you're suffering from neurosis as a result, then it may be too late to stop you from breaking down and starting to scream at an important client and getting them angry. And
that would be bad.
They'll leave and stuff. So, yes, you need to identify these problems before they become a bigger problem. So, yes, those problems can be fixed before they become serious. Now, health checkups also provide feedback that can help you reduce stress and improve your overall fitness. So, yes, indeed, they give us feedback. They give us some additional information, and that information can be useful. The information can reduce stress and as a result, it can improve your overall fitness. Overall just means general for all parts of your body, both mental and physical, but also every part of your body, your legs, your arms, your chest, all those things can be exercised. We're always looking for an overall fitness program where all parts of our body are exercised in equal proportions.
I wanted to mention this again. I know we've brought it up before, but it's really important, especially for folks heading into business as they graduate from school. Please, feedback cannot be used as a verb. It's only a noun. And you can give feedback, you can provide feedback, you can offer feedback, you can get feedback from your boss, but you cannot get feedbacks as a plural form. It is non-count. So please be careful with this. I've worked at a lot of companies in Taiwan, and I still see people saying, I want to feedback you. No. What does that mean? Also, I think if you're in music, sometimes if you're on stage or using electric equipment like a microphone, speakers, sometimes those speakers will give you feedback, right? And it'll go,
yeah, like you're talking, and so I'm going to say in this, this sound kind of comes up. That is feedback.
That's feedback too.
Then you have to turn the gain down or do something else, point the microphone in a different direction so you don't have that feedback. But here, feedback, of course, is just information that is returning back to the source to help them
improve in some way, right?
Exactly,
Usually.
right. And of course, the goal is to improve the overall fitness of the employees in all aspects, and in turn, or as a result, this can give you more energy and help you achieve peace of mind so you can be more successful both at work and at home. Indeed, you can be successful in your job because you have peace of mind. You're not under so much stress, worrying about whether you're sick or not, whether you're going to die from exhaustion, or whether you're going to die from overwork. I think there's actually a term for that in Japan. I can't think of what that is right now.
Oh, sad that they have a term for that.
They do, working yourself to death.
Yeah.
So, of course, they want to care about the employees' overall fitness to make sure nothing bad happens to them, and they can enjoy their jobs, and they can enjoy their family life as well.
If you have peace of mind, it just means you are not worried all the time or stressed all the time about something. You want to have that peace of mind because that makes your life happier. Now, to make this process as simple and efficient as possible, here this memo is saying we'll be bringing a team of doctors to our office. That's really convenient. I've never had the doctors come to the office before. This is nice. You usually have to go to some clinic that's been set up to do health checks. So they're bringing their doctors to the office to conduct a series of tests. If you're efficient, you get a lot done without wasting time, which is the right kind of employee to have. Oh, she's super efficient. Wow, she gets so much done in just a little amount of time. If the process is simple and efficient, it means you don't have to wait a long time between each test. It just is really smooth and people flow through this system or process, and you don't have to spend your whole day there.
Exactly. So they want the boss, they want the boss to be happy, but of course they want the employees to be happy as well. So the process of getting those physicals will be as simple as possible. They'll be efficient and they won't waste anybody's time. Again, the doctors will come to the office to conduct a series of tests. So this memo is dated March 25th, 2022 at 9 a.m. in the morning. And, of course, the memo was dispatched from the main office. Now, it continues. Here are a few instructions to keep in mind before you get your checkup. So here are some instructions that you need to remember. You need to keep them in mind before you get your checkup. And oftentimes when we present information, we do some lists called do's and don'ts, things you should do and things you should not do.
That's right. Now, sometimes they will write it like our author did and just put the do's and not repeat do before each suggestion or instruction. Or you could add it. It doesn't matter. It's kind of fun to have them listed this way. I read them so you knew immediately if it was a do or a don't. So we want to keep them in mind. Don't forget them. They're important. Keep in mind that you need to remember these things. So the first thing is to get a good night's sleep. Oh, so important. If you don't sleep well the night before, your blood pressure is higher the next morning, your heart rate is higher, your stress is higher. It's just not good for you. So try to get more sleep before you get a health checkup so your results are better and not depressing. Also, you need to wear comfortable clothing. I wore a track suit when I went and got my latest health checkup, like a warm-up outfit that you could wear at the gym. You're going to sometimes have to take off clothing, so make it as easy for yourself as possible.
Yeah, don't wear a tie and a shirt and a
No.
suit and stuff like that. It's just not going to work. So yeah, wear casual clothing. So again, yeah, get a good night's sleep, and that will reduce stress and keep your blood pressure stable, and wear comfortable clothing. So those are the do's. Now here are the don'ts. These are things you should not do. Don't drink too much water on the morning of the checkup. You can drink a little bit, but not too much. Oftentimes, if you get a blood test, for example, you're not supposed to drink a lot of water. Some people don't drink any water at all, but I think you can actually drink a little bit of water, and that's okay.
Yeah, I think you have to have a urine test. So if you haven't had any water, then it's kind of difficult to produce urine. Now, here are the don'ts. Moving on. Don't drink alcohol or coffee the evening before. It affects your blood tests. It affects how clear your mind is. Coffee's going to keep you up in the morning. Alcohol is going to prevent you from having a good night's sleep. So those are good pieces of advice. Don't eat for 8 hours before your checkup. When they test your blood sugar, as Tom knows, and as I know, most people who have gone and had their blood test or blood work done know that they don't want you to eat before those tests. You want to take those tests after fasting a full 8 hours.
There are different kinds of tests. There's one test that takes a blood sample 2 hours after you've finished a meal, but this one requires you to have an empty stomach 8 hours before the checkup. So don't eat or drink, milk or soda or anything in the 8 hours before the examination. Here's another don't. Don't wear perfume or use skin cream before or during the checkup. I guess that will affect the results of the checkup. This applies to ladies, but sometimes the guys wear cologne or they use skin cream or something like that.
I think this is just a polite thing for the medical staff there because, they probably get headaches if
True.
Everybody comes in with all this heavy perfume or cologne. Just be kind. Don't wear too much stuff that smells.
Exactly. And here's another don't. Don't exercise too hard before the checkup as it can raise your heart rate. So I guess you can do a little bit of exercise before the examination. Maybe go for a walk or something in the morning, but don't work out at the gym. Don't lift weights and stuff like that. That is too vigorous. You're exercising too hard. And if you do that, it will affect your heart rate and it will not produce accurate results during your examination. So yeah, just work out mildly if you feel you have to, or maybe better yet, don't work out at all.
Now, as a conclusion to her memo, Fatima says, we sincerely hope that everyone will take advantage of this opportunity to monitor and protect your health. If you monitor something, we're using this as a verb, but it's also a noun, just so you know. Just means you're following something, you're checking on something very closely. Usually if you go to a hospital, you see lots of monitors around the hospital, at the nurse's station, inside hospital rooms. They're monitoring the patient's heart rate, blood pressure, lots of different things. Those are monitors. But here, of course, it's a verb. You want to monitor something. Make sure you follow it up, see how it's doing. Usually, if you're monitoring too, you're observing and you're checking the progress or quality of something. Usually over a period of time, you want to keep it under review. So she signs off with kind regards, and we see here she is the Director of Human Resources. So it sounds like a nice offer for the employees. I hope those that managed to stick around another couple months and get this news were pretty happy about getting this memo.
Indeed, and our dear listeners out there can determine whether your company offers such fringe benefits as well in your company, and you can decide whether or not you want to stay there as a result. Okay, that brings us to the end of our discussion for today. Let's listen now to our Chinese teacher, and then we'll be back with some discussion questions.
Hello everyone, 我是派老师。今天讲解的是3月份 Unit 14第2天的课程。 今天的内容延续前一天，都是多益单元。我们前一天看到一段对话，主题呢是和员工健检有关。在会话当中，人资部门的主任 Fatima 接受了他的同事的建议，他说他会向老板反映，希望能够进一步改善员工的福利，提供员工每年免费健检。而今天课程是 Fatima 写了一封 email 跟所有员工说明，公司 CEO 执行长已经同意了，而且也向大家说明一些健检前需要注意的事项。好，我们一起来看看信件里面到底有哪些英文学习重点。首先，一刚开始要称呼大家 Dear Employees， 这当然稍微正式一点哦，所以加了一个 Dear， 所有的同仁大家好。那一开始这个 Fatima 就开门见山说明来信主要用意，他说 I have some good news to share， 是要跟大家分享好消息的。Our CEO has decided to upgrade our health benefits package。 这边要请同学特别注意，写英文 email 的时候不要拐弯抹角。你看看，像这里呢 Fatima 就是一开始就说有好消息要报告，而且呢把好消息的大意说出来，就是执行长已经同意要让员工享受更好的健康福利，Upgrade our health benefit package。 接下来我们请同学看到第二个句子 Therefore, beginning immediately, we will be offering free annual health checkups for all employees instead of checkups once every 5 years。 这是英文写作的特性，都是先把重点讲出来，再接着说明细节。怎么样叫做健康福利升级啊？意思就是健检呢，从原本的5年一次改为每年一次。接下来我们看到下一个句子，一般而言，除了讲重点以外，我们写 email 的时候呢，也会针对重点的内容做一些细节的补充。所以我们知道这个句子是在让他的同仁知道说健检有哪些作用，有下面几点，总共有3点。第一点呢，就是及早发现身心问题 ，identify physical and mental issues at an early stage， 在初期阶段就发现，提早治疗，避免恶化。而第二个句子呢，这是健检的第二个好处作用，健检结果可以减轻压力，改善整体健康状况。Health Checkups can also provide feedback that can help you reduce stress， 减轻压力 reduce stress。Improve your overall fitness， 改善整体健康状况。而第三个作用，第三个好处就是又可以进而让你更有活力，保持内心祥和，工作家庭更圆满。我们看到这里所说的 We will be bringing a team of doctors to our office to conduct a series of tests。 那为了要做到以上的这些好处，发挥这些作用呢，公司会邀请医疗团队到公司来做健检。We will be bringing a team of doctors to our office to conduct a series of tests。 请同学特别注意，做这些健康的检查，动词我们用 conduct tests。 那请特别注意，写 email 的时候要跟员工说明好，到底是什么时候健检，几点钟，地点在哪里。那再来呢，我们要写 email 的时候，通常也会告诉别人有哪一些特别注意的事项。以下呢，请参考。Here are a few instructions to keep in mind before you get your checkup。 所以 Fatima 在提醒他的同事，以下有几个重要注意事项。Here are a few instructions。 那包括说，一定要做的就是 do's， 一定不可以做的就是 don'ts。 好，这里有哪些一定要注意的事项呢？包括说 get a good night's sleep， 前一天晚上要睡好 get a good night's sleep。 再来，保持血压稳定 keep your blood pressure stable， keep your blood pressure stable。 再来就是穿宽松舒适自在的衣服 wear comfortable clothing， wear comfortable clothing。 而应该要避免的包括说，我们看到第三个 8个小时前禁止吃任何东西。Eat for 8 hours before your checkup. 要记住，这里是 don't eat. Don't eat for 8 hours. 要维持8个小时的空腹 before your checkup. 所以呢，在检查之前要维持8个小时空腹，怎么说？ Don't eat for 8 hours before your checkup. 好的，信件写完了，在结尾的时候呢，要有礼貌的祝福大家，所以在结尾的时候呢，我们就会加上一个 kind regards 逗点，再加上我们的署名 Fatima Alvarez。以上就是我们针对多益课程第2天的中文讲解，谢谢大家。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We've got a couple of discussion questions, as we always do. I'll ask you first, Tom, number 1. How often do you go for a health checkup?
Well, I should say not often enough. I do have a condition that requires me to go to see the doctor every 3 or 4 months or so. So I don't really consider that a health checkup, though. I'm being examined for those things. I have to give a blood sample for that particular condition. But a regular health checkup will check lots of other things besides that. So yeah, I don't think I go have health checkups enough. Maybe at this age, at this advanced age, I should be having those health checkups at least once a year. How about you?
Well, I used to go pretty regularly. I taught at a company, Business English, and they would offer to put me in with all their employees, and I could get a cheaper price. It was quite nice, I must say. But with COVID, they kind of shut down everything, so I haven't gone for a while.
Uh-oh.
But it's really important to go, especially if you're at a certain age, you should go at least once a year. But they are important. I keep thinking, I'll just make sure I eat a little bit better for a couple months, then I'll go, so that it looks better on the report. But yeah, I think we all probably could go a little more often. Although we do have a couple friends, Tom, that are very regular about their health checkups. That's a smart thing to do. Don't wait until you're in so much pain that you know there's definitely a big problem. As Tom mentioned earlier, some of these cancers that are out there are no symptoms. And by the time they find them, it's too late. Now, here's our second question. Tom, what are some issues that can be detected during a health checkup?
Well, some of the obvious ones would be high blood pressure or blood sugar, maybe diabetes and things like that. So if you go have a health checkup, they might find those things. And they might detect certain kinds of cancer, again, heart disease or things like that. I suppose they could even tell if you got the common cold or not. But you'd probably have to have a special test to see if you got COVID-19 or whatever. So that probably won't be detected during a conventional health checkup. But yeah, those are some things that could be detected. What do you think?
Those are good things to mention because blood pressure, if your blood pressure is high, you don't even know it's high. You don't feel it. That was one of the problems with my mom. She would forget to take her medicine because she never felt that there was anything wrong with her. So make sure your blood pressure's good. That affects everything in your body. You want the inflammation in your body to be reduced. And we found out that that's a really important thing if you want to be healthy. There are a lot of things that you can detect during a health checkup. We sure encourage all of you out there listening to go and get a health checkup as soon as possible, especially if you haven't gone in over a year. That's all the time we have now. We got to wrap up. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Tom. Goodbye.
See ya.